Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, November 6th, 2019. I cannot believe we're already into November. Man, where's the time gone? But man, the time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Thank you to all my subscribers on YouTube and followers on Instagram. I say it every week, but I really do appreciate it. It's because of you my channel's growing, and I love talking comics, and all of you, so many comments and info and tips and questions. So thank you so much. It's great. You're all awesome. I also want to remind you that Nick still has a 1-week free trial with the Key Collector Comics app. Just put the code JimComics in there and you get a free trial of all the features of the app. It's a really good app, so if you haven't tried it out, give it a shot. And I also want to remind everybody, I did a giveaway, or I mentioned I was doing a giveaway for Excalibur 96 in my last weekly picks video, and I did a random draw for that, and the winner is Spaghetti Snakecross. So congrats to you, my man. Send me an email to jimcomics1844@gmail.com with your name and address, and I will need your phone number. Unfortunately, it's only for the customs form that I have to fill out, but I don't do anything with it. I don't share that with anybody, and I'll get that mailed off to you. It always takes a little longer from Canada. It takes a few weeks, so but you will get it. I'll mail it off to you. So congrats to you, Spaghetti Snakecross, winner of that. I will be doing a giveaway. I mentioned I'm going to be doing a giveaway for Cyclist #1. I wasn't able to, I was so busy at work this week, but I am going down next week to pick up all my books because I got a couple packages down there. And so next video, next week, I'll likely be doing a giveaway for Cyclist #1 second print, which will be a low print. I mean, the first one was super low, but it'll be even lower with that one. So anyways, I just want to touch on a few books I picked up this week. I walked into my shop and I got Batman Beyond 36, which was still sitting on the shelf, the last one there, but I grabbed it, got it for cover price, and that's got, it's not really a cameo of the new Batwoman, it's just, well, I mean, it is. She grabs the uniform out of the chamber and walks off with it. She's not really dressed up as Batwoman, but it's a good book to get. If you can get it for cover price, grab it. That's a good one. So I got that. Oh, I'll leave it there. I picked up my basket full of heads. I got both covers, but I'm just showing cover B. I really like that Josh Middleton cover. That was a good book. Just mentioned Cyclist. I grabbed #3. My shop only brought the one copy in, well, at least I didn't see any sitting on the shelf, so unless somebody else ordered it, but I know I pre-ordered that one, so I was able to get that. Got my Dead Man Logan #12. That is your first full appearance of Danny Cage as the new Thor in the future there, and she's with the Hulk, and then I guess Ant-Man will team up with them down the road in that Wasteland Avengers, which is going to be good. So I got my Excalibur #1. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great, but you got a new Captain Britain in there, so there you go. Got my Venom 19. Still no big reveal of Dylan. You learn a little more. You see a little bit more. He's almost there, but then they tease you, and then they're going to keep dragging out. And I forgot that #20 was a tie-in as well. I thought it ended with Absolute Carnage 5 when I did my last video, and sure enough, I mean, it's likely going to be dragging it out to the last very second, probably the last page of Venom 20, and then that'll go into 21 and whatever. But man, I've given up trying to predict when that's coming. All I know is I buy every book, and I'll hit it one of these days. And then I got my Silver Surfer Black #5. Another black cover. Man, I love black covers, and the ones in my shop this week were all in good shape, so I was able to get a couple copies in really nice shape. But sometimes, as you know, the color rub on the spines and spine ticks and everything else. So yeah, I got some nice ones this week. Not a whole lot happened. I mean, you kind of learn about a little bit more about Silver Surfer and everything else. But anyways, we'll get into what I'm looking at this week. From Alterna, I've got a couple books from them. It came out on a Wednesday, #9. I think this was supposed to come out last week, or this just past week, but it looks like it was delayed till November 6th. So I'm going to grab a copy of that. I like these because they're only $1.99. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And if a lot of you get discounts at shops, it's even cheaper. So Red Koi #2. I got the first one. I thought it was okay, but there's only 2 issues in this run, and I'm going to grab the second one just so I can finish it off. And then there's another one called Voidwalker #1. I'm going to grab that. Check that out because, like I say, it's only $1.50 for those, and how can you go wrong with that? From Boom, they're putting out some good stuff. I mentioned it a few times. Once in Future 1 They're putting out, looks like a 7th print. I thought the 6th print was listed as a final print, but they're putting out a 7th print. I guess it's that hot a book, so why not if they keep selling them? I'm going to definitely try to get that if I can. I love that series. It's so good. And then Something is Killing the Children, #1. A 5th print is coming out this week for that one. Another good series. And then Strange Skies Over East Berlin, #2. Cover A and B are out for that one, so I'm going to definitely try to pick that one up. Dark Horse, we've got Crone #1, just the one cover for that, but it looks like an interesting story, and as you know, Dark Horse has got that deal with Netflix, so it's worth grabbing. I like to grab the #1s of books that have possible potential down the road, and hopefully it's a good story. If it is, I'll definitely pick up #2. From Image, we got Dead Eyes #2 out this week. 2 covers for that one. This has been I like Dead Rabbit, and then they finally brought it back as Dead Eyes, so #2 was out this week. 2 covers for that one, so man, you got to get that one on your list. I think it's really good. Death or Glory #6 is out. I grabbed the first arc, was 1 to 5, and this is starting a new story arc. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep going with that, but I just want to let you know it is out this week. There's 2 covers for that one. Die #9 is out. 2 covers for that, and that's been, as you know, you all know, that's been a pretty hot series, so Stephanie Hans has done some great covers for that too, so there you go. Spawn 302 is out this week. 5 covers for this thing. You've got Jessica Priest is the new She-Spawn. She's on the cover with Spawn on one of the covers there, and she's obviously having a big role going forward and everything. So that is out this week. The big one from Image this week is Undiscovered Country. This one is, just be careful with this one. I think this is going to be a pretty high print run, so don't expect these books to shoot up in price. There's going to be a lot of copies out there. There's also a lot of exclusive covers out there and everything else, but it's worth getting. I think it's going to be a good read. I definitely want to have that in my collection, so I'm going to grab a couple copies of that. But yeah, like I say, don't expect that one to be a $30 book on Wednesday evening, because it just won't be. Yeah, that's it for my independents. From DC, Batman 82, even though Tom King pisses me off, I'm going to go with Batman up to 80, because he's ending at 85, and who knows what he's going to drop in there. So 2 covers for that. There's a Green Lantern Black Stars #1 out this week. I'm not a huge Green Lantern fan, and I'll have to flip through that. We'll have to. I'm on the fence with that one, but I'm just letting you know that is out. There's 2 covers for that one. Justice League 35, again, 2 covers for that, and that's been a good series. I've been picking that up pretty much all the way through. I think I might have missed 1 or 2 covers or copies, but for the most part, I've gotten every one of them. It's good. Legion of Superheroes #1, that launches this week. 4 covers for that. You pick what you want. I'm probably just going to grab cover A. It looks like a decent series, so I'll give it a few issues. I usually give, I've said a few times, and most people do too, you give it 2 or 3 issues in, and if it's garbage, then you stop. If it's good, you keep going. Young Justice #10. This series I don't buy. I bought a couple issues, but Naomi joins the team in this issue, so I'm going to grab that one for sure. There's 2 covers, A and B. I'm going to grab cover A because that's got her on the cover, so I'm going to grab that for sure. That's it from DC. From Marvel, I've got Absolute Carnage Weapon Plus #1. 2 covers for that. Haven't seen much from Weapon H in quite a while. I mean, he's kind of, man, he was a big character for a while, and then he's kind of fallen off the radar for a bit, but he's back in this issue, so I'm going to grab that. It looks like it's kind of tying back to the whole Vietnam with Rex Strickland and stuff, so I love that storyline, so that's good. I'm going to look forward to that. Got Amazing Spider-Man 33, 3 covers for that. Looks like Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man 2099, is somehow going to be in this issue. It sounds like, I don't think it's just a cover, because they're doing all these 2099 covers for, as they're trying to promote their next launch of that. But sounds like he's actually in the story in this one, so I'm going to grab, I buy Spider-Man. I've been so disappointed with Spider-Man. I said it so many times. Man, I wish Cates was writing that, but I can't get everything. But anyways, I'm grabbing that. Daredevil, one of the most underrated series for Marvel, in my opinion, is Daredevil. #13 is out this week. 2 covers for that. I like cover A. Kingpin looking all badass, and he beat the crap out of that guy. I think he killed him in the bathroom there, so he's all covered in blood and everything, and his empire is getting kind of getting challenged and stuff in the storyline. And we've got Cole North and Daredevil, that whole thing, and Elektra's coming in. So man, I'm really digging Daredevil. It's good. It's really good right now. Doctor Doom #2 is out this week. I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. I grabbed #1. I thought it wasn't bad. I'm just not a huge Doctor Doom fan, so I'm probably who am I kidding? I'll probably buy it anyways. But that is out this week. 2 covers for that one. Ghost Rider #2 is out this week. You got a regular cover A, and then cover B is a 1 for 10. So it shouldn't be too hard to find those. I mean, most shops will order enough to get a few copies in, so that's something you're interested in. It's a Clayton Crane cover too, that cover B. So that's one you want. Shouldn't be much more than $5 to $10 range, I would think. Don't pay more than that, anyways. Immortal Hulk 26. I mean, as you all know, I love Immortal Hulk, and some people, man, that 25 was a bit of a kind of got away from what the Hulk normally is. So I'm really thinking with 26 it's going to kind of get back into line with the regular Immortal Hulk storyline. At least I hope it is, because boy, it's been good up till. It's funny. I was talking to somebody about this. The whole bunch of the series, like Venom, Immortal Hulk, they all kind of launched around the same time, and they were so good up till like issue, I want to say like 10, 12, whatever. And then that whole War of the Realms crossover event came in. It kind of sidetracked all these series with the time, and this because the stories were just all based on that. And man, I just did not enjoy that War of the Realms. I know there was some good stuff that came up in it, but as a whole, I thought it was kind of a dud. And then that finished off, and then we got the Absolute Carnage thing going on now. And it's way better than War of the Realms. But again, I just find it ends up sidetracking so many of the series, and you kind of get away off that path that they were going down. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm just really hoping this Immortal Hulk is back to its roots, because it's been so good. It's been one of my favorite series all the way along. We've got New Mutants launching this week, #1. This one's co-written by Hickman, so I'm really looking forward to this one. There's a whole bunch of covers for this. There's also, well, you pick what you want. There's, the Every Mutant Ever Born, or whatever it was. I can't remember how they named the title, but there's all those, and A and B and everything else. There's also a 1 for 10, a 1 for 25, a 1 for 50, and a 1 for 100. So, and I think there's a 1 for 200 for that, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, whole bunch of covers, some nice ones in there. We've also got X-Force #1 launching this week as well. And that looks good too. So, and there's a bunch of covers for that one as well. Hickman's not involved. I mean, he's involved, but he's not writing X-Force. But it sounds like it sounds like it'll be okay. And again, I've talked to a number of people about this. I'm going to definitely pick up a couple copies of Cover A for the first 3-4 issues for every one of them, and we'll see how they go. I'll probably drop a couple of them, but for the most part, I'll keep going with a lot of them. And then we got Yondu #1. It's a 5-part miniseries launching, and it sounds like there's a new mysterious mercenary showing up in this, so it might be worth checking out on that one, because who knows if he's a new character or not. But anyways, that's it for my books this week. My covers, there was not, some weeks there are so many hot covers. To be honest, this week I had a tough time finding one. The only one I really went with was New Mutants #1, the Artgerm cover. I thought that was a pretty nice cover, but there's nothing else that really screamed at me. So anyways, my picks this week are Undiscovered Country #1. Looking forward to this one, and I think that one's been optioned already. But like I say, just be warned, it's going to be a really high print run, so don't expect the price on that. If you're buying it just for the price, expecting it to jump in value, it probably won't. It might go up a little bit, but anyways. Daredevil #13, looking forward to that. I love that series. Again, like I say, it's an underrated series. It's a lower print run, and there's some good stuff happening there. So, Immortal Hulk #26. I can't say enough about Immortal Hulk. And I mentioned on my Instagram that Braun is showing up in this. So if you got your Totally Awesome Hulk #1 and your Champions, oh crap, I'm trying to do this from memory. 22, I think it was, where he becomes Braun. Those are they're minor keys, but they're worth having in your collection. Young Justice #10, because Naomi looks like she's joining the team. That is a good one to get. It'll be kind of the first team appearance of that whole group. New Mutants #1 out this week. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to X-Force #1. Those are the other two books on my list. So that is it for my books I'm looking at this week. I also picked up this week The fourth print of Silver Surfer Black #1. The third print. I had the second print, a couple copies of that, just because it had that wicked ass Null cover. Love that cover. And the reason for that, I've mentioned this. I mean, I've got quite a few copies of #1, and the one for 25 and one for 50. I mentioned it quite a few times. Those three. I was talking to Nick the Knob about this the other day, and I've mentioned it several times. I did in my live video too, that these three sentries or heralds of Null, that's their first appearance in there. And I know a lot of people don't like Tradmore's art, but the fact that that's the first appearance of them is a big deal. And why is that a big deal? And I have no idea about this, if this is, you know, going anywhere or not, but Avengers #28 comes out November 18th, and they head off into the cosmos, and there's a mysterious new wielder of all-powerful cosmic superweapon, and it gets the attention of the Avengers and some of the most powerful figures from beyond the stars, and that's kind of important, because what's beyond the stars is the void, and it says, "Behold the coming of the three heralds." So I don't know if those three sentries or heralds of Null that are protecting his gate are going to be coming in the Avengers, because Jason Aaron is writing the Avengers, and as you know, Aaron and Cates are big friends. They both have a lot of respect for one another, so and they like to tie the stuff in together, and Aaron's writing the Avengers. So could it be that those sentries are going to be showing up in Avengers? I don't know. Could it just be Silver Surfer Black and Cosmic Ghost Rider and the Fallen One, or somebody else? Could be, who knows? But this Silver Surfer Black #1 is, to me, is a book that flew right under the radar. Try to get a nice copy of cover A if you can, and the second print if you can get that as well. Because, like I say, at some point those three guards are going to be big characters as far as I'm concerned. It was also announced, it looks like, well, I should say announced, it's rumors that, and it's going to happen. I mean, Daredevil's going to be coming to Disney Plus by the sounds of it with a big budget, and it sounds like Bullseye will be making, the rumor anyways, will be making an appearance in there, and his first appearance was Daredevil 131. That's been that's, anybody that's been buying comics for all knows, that's been a key book for quite a long time, and he's a great character. I love Bullseye. It's also his origin in there too, so it's not just a first appearance. So that's a really good book if you can get it. It's getting up there in price though. That's one that's been pricey for a while, but it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And as soon as he shows up, hang on to your hat. I just want to mention that Folklords #1 from Boom Studios. I mentioned Boom Studios several times. They put out some really good stuff. I really like a lot of these independents, and I get comments every once in a while where somebody will say, "Oh man, anybody buying independents is an idiot. They don't have any value." I mean, if you're only buying books trying to make a fortune off them, you're in it for the wrong reason. So you gotta love the stuff. But Boom Studios has been putting out some good stuff with low print runs, and they do tend to heat up in price. And stuff is getting optioned like crazy everywhere. But Folklords #1, that comes out November 13th. It's already sold out at the distributor level, so it hasn't even hit the shelves yet. And they've already sent it back for a second printing, and that will be coming out November 27th. So if you're interested in Folklords, talk to your shop and say, "Hey man, I want to make sure I get at least cover A." You know, if you can get anything, get cover A. So I just want to let you know about that, because that'll be out not this week coming up, but the following week. Talked about Batman Beyond just a while ago, and as you all know, 37 was the first full appearance of that new Batwoman. You had that cameo in 36, and I still think 25, like I mentioned on my Instagram, where you get Elena Grayson showing up. There's a lot of people thinking that she's actually who's Batwoman, but we'll find out down the road. I just want to point out that Batman 38, 39, and 40, they come out November 27th, January 1st, and then January 22nd for those titles. The cover B, Manipul's doing the cover Bs, and man, there's some really nice covers. I've got images on the screen right now. You'll see 38 is a really nice black, again, another black cover with Batwoman. And then 39's a little different, but again, Batwoman on there. And then 40, I really like 40. It's got Batwoman and Batman, the Batman Beyond. Terry McGinnis, all on that black cover. Man, is that nice. I love that one. So if you're interested in that, talk to your shop, because there's still, the FOC is a little ways off. 38 is November 27th. It hits the stores. So that one, I think, You might still be order it. I think Monday might be the cutoff. 39 and 40 though, you got plenty of time to order those if you're interested, so talk to them if you want those. Avengers 29, I talked about 28 with those Behold the Coming of the Three Heralds and all that. 29, it sounds like Black Widow gets Punisher's war armor, or sorry, not Punisher's armor, he gets the war armor and she becomes the War Widow. So that's going to be, sounds like Avengers. I haven't talked about Avengers for a while, but they got some good stuff coming. So 29, 28, 29, and 30 look like they're all good. And then 30 has got a new look She-Hulk. So, I mean, she could just be getting a new outfit or whatever, but she may also be getting some new powers or something, because they are going out into the cosmos. And then also find out who is wielding that new powerful star brand that they talk about in 28. So that whole run looks good. If you haven't been paying attention to Avengers, start paying attention to them. So 28 comes out November 18th. I forgot to write down the dates for 29 and 30, but you can talk to Mr. Google, and I'm sure he will tell you. In the background here, nothing too super special. I got Predator #1, and Dark Horse presents your first Alien Predators kind of battle. And then Ghost Rider Fear Itself, #1. That is your first appearance of Alejandra Jones, the female Ghost Rider. So that is a good one to get. If you find that sitting around in a back issue bin somewhere, that is worth grabbing a copy of that. So anyways, that's all I got for you this week, folks. Take care. Happy hunting. Some good stuff coming out this week. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.